Hello there, this is the Hillbilly Half for today, and we're going to talk about Welsh Labour travelling twice around the world in their cars and the hypocrisy of it all. And also, I'd just like to thank everybody for subscribing, commenting and sharing, because you're doing such a brilliant job with getting this stuff out there. I think there was like 500 or 600 shares last week. It's brilliant. Thank you very much. Really helping the channel and helping getting this stuff out there. So let's get going. There we are. We've got our matey boy in the middle there. The two leaders that were going to be either side, and the bloke that's the new leader on the right. Now, this was when Drakeford was in charge. Welsh ministers rack up 278,000 miles in chauffeur-driven cars in just 2 years. Keir Starmer backs review... Oh, sorry, I was going to talk about this before, but in the wrong place. Keir Starmer went to Wales day before yesterday, and he's backing a review into Gethin's campaign donations. So I'll just put this in there. Sir Keir Starmer said it makes sense to review the rules following controversy over donations to Vaughan Gethin's leadership bid. I don't think this is over. There's something a bit dodgy here, and I think even Keir Starmer might be a bit, about this. So let's start this again. Welsh ministers rack up to 278,000 miles in chauffeur-driven cars in just 2 years. Hypocrites. In a written question to the former First Minister, Mark Drakeford, Mrs Finch Saunders asked for the total number of miles that ministerial cars have undertaken in the last 2 years. Mr Drakeford said the total mileage undertaken by Welsh Government official car service vehicles since 22 to 23 was 278,969. That mileage is enough to travel around the Earth's equator not once but 11 times, or more than 2,000 journeys from the bottom to the top of Wales. A Welsh Government spokesperson said, ministers always seek to take alternative means of transport where possible. You know what it is? We want to stop you doing stuff, you menials and working class, and we'll do as we fucking please. That's what's happening. Welsh ministers have been accused of hypocrisy after racking up enough mileage through the government's car scheme in just 2 years to circumnavigate the globe 11 times. Janet Finch Saunders says the Welsh Conservative Shadow Transport Minister said the government should be leading by example as they encourage the public to join the Green Revolution. This revolution undermines Labour's green credentials, and their hypocrisy is plain to see. It is beyond belief that Labour ministers are preaching to the public to ditch private cars and take up public transport, while at the same time living the life of luxury being ferried around in chauffeur-driven, gas-guzzling cars. They should be leading by example, especially as they constantly bang on the drum about people joining the Green Revolution. Shadow Transport Minister Nakasha Askar MS said, once again there appears to be one rule for the public and a different rule for Labour ministers. She also accused Welsh Labour of a war on motorists while racking up the mileage in their ministerial chauffeur-driven cars. Mark Drakeford's ministers racked up more than 278,000 miles in 2 years. A spokesman from the Welsh Government said, while ministers will always seek to take alternative means of transport where possible, it is sometimes necessary to travel by car to attend official government engagements. In addition to security consideration, ministers will continue to work if travelled by car, including participating in virtual meetings and calls which are often confidential in nature. The decarbonation of the car fleet is ongoing, balanced by the need to avoid excessive costs to the taxpayer. Bollocks. 7 diesel cars have already been replaced with 3 all-electric cars and 4 hybrid vehicles. A further 3 hybrid vehicles are in order to replace diesel vehicles. It's one rule for one and one rule for another. That's what it all is. We know exactly what's happening. That guy in the middle there, when he was in charge, he was basically thought the rest of us were minions to him. That's what he thought. And he got too used to the power, and it grabbed a hold of his little brain. And the bloke on the right, I'm going to give him a chance, because I do reckon that his family was farming in a different country. So I'll give him a chance, but I'm not holding up much hope for him, because he likes the old wedge, if you know what I mean, the money. So here's a bit of another one while we're at the end. There's allegedly a rumour that Mark Drakeford owns quite a bit of land and it's going to be built on by a hospital. And also another bit of land that's going to be built on with houses. Now, if this is true, allegedly, that is breaking the ministerial code, and he's going to be making an awful lot of money if that hospital is being built on ground that he owns. Now, I'd like people to investigate this. If it's allegedly true, that is fraud. But we wait to see. Anyway, comment, rate and subscribe. All the best, guys.